me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. I order blood on my tongue. Thinking this is warm glue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Then throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My verse is thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink, they gon' pull up, but took a knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour another plank to use Decepticons. Fake rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can float, they like up in the storage and I'm man. Up, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans get defeated. Hop in my ride. You can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me. Cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket. My whole to the A. And I bet you can't stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Jeez, didn't even know my mic was muted. It said it right on the screen. I don't know why it was still muted. But anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show, 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. And if you're on the West Coast right now, go ahead and get up because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And got to be truthful with you guys. I am dealing with a severe sore throat. I am getting over a cold that I've been fighting since last week. So you have to seriously forgive me if my throat doesn't sound as clear as it should be. I'm looking at this vertical angle of this and my head is like hella big. Why it's not vertical is beyond me. But that is wild. Hold on real quick. Let me see if I can fix that. No, I can't fix that. No, I can't fix that. Anyway, I'm just gonna be just there on it. They gotta and that's the only thing about StreamYard. You know, they probably gonna have to fix that. Um, but anyway, so today that's what we're gonna go over Recast T'Challa for the 60th anniversary. I pulled one of my books, but a lot of people have so much misconception about Black Panther. And because we are dealing with the 60th anniversary of the character of T'Challa, the Black Panther, not a Black Panther, not one of the Black Panthers, not T'Challa and the five Black Panthers, the Black Panther. And the misconception that I've seen online about Recast T'Challa, it's funny, you know, that trailer came out, people had their thoughts on it, and people immediately just start going ham. And you know, this is ridiculous. So we're gonna talk about it today. So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant channel. But I want to hold on. Let me do something. If you're watching this on a vertical, if you're watching this up and down, man, I'm sorry. It just does not look right to me. So I'm trying to fix it, but I'm trying something new. Al, I just do not like the way that looks. Anyway, hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant channel. But you already know how I do. Whew. The real question is,
say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
All right. Again, I don't engage in nonsense. I say what I say and I get the hell on. Because people are silly. Krisha Key, good morning. Xavier Phoenix to X-Men, good morning. Justice No, what's up? Good morning. Junior Network, good morning. Robin D, the admin, is up here. Good morning. My man Buckmeister, aka Meister Geek Media. What up? He most definitely, I gotta give Buck his props. Buck get into the fight every day. I'm not mad at you though, brother. I just do. First of all, I don't like Twitter like that. I've been fighting with a jackass over on Threads for my Jonathan Majors coverage from months ago. And again, right now I'm taking some Theraflu. Because I'm trying to get. I woke up with a sore throat. I'm like at the tail end of getting this virus or whatever out of my system. So you guys got to forgive me. Please forgive me. And I did not bring my tissue down here. So, don't want to get to sneezing too, because that's the worst. And I feel I'm about to start feeling this crap coming on. So hold on, guys. I'm gonna be right back. Whatever. Don't go nowhere. Y'all gather in. Get some popcorn together. Something. I'll be right back. Hold on. Had to go get some tissue. Oh. And again, it sucks because like I'm in the tail end of this mess. So I apologize. I'm in the tail end of and I hate that. When you're at the tail end, it feel like it's the worst. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let me see who else is up in here. Hold on real quick. But yeah, shout out to my man Buckmeister, and he's still putting up his fan made Black Panther cartoon. So that's what's up. That's what's up. Wavy things. What's up? What's up? What's up? Erica D, aka She Loves Fantasy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. My man Sheed is up in here. Good morning. Good morning. Marley Mars up in here. Good morning. Good morning. I don't. I read the comments. Andre, I gotta get Andre Ware his props. Andre Ware ruffles some feathers, and his comment, one comment, you know what I'm saying, started getting a lot of attention online, and people are, I'm not gonna lie, people are weird. People are weird, especially people that's from my community, that's from the Black community, that are not seeing what I'm seeing. And I'm gonna show y'all something, because not only I'm gonna talk about Recast T'Challa, I'm gonna talk about, you know, my feelings and what I don't think Black people see when it comes to making sure that these roles continue for Black characters. Not stop getting handouts. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Stop just accepting whatever. You know what I mean? And start demanding that the Black characters get some shine too. Like, I'm with Tina. Truthfully, I understand what Tina's talking about. Let everybody be Black. But then what does that do about the original Black characters if everybody's Black? It does nothing for them as far as, you know, putting them, especially mainstay Black characters like a T'Challa, like a Luke Cage, you know, like a Storm. They got to get their shine. Those are mainstay Black characters. Again, Sam Wilson is a mainstay Black character. He's been around literally since was the late 60s, early 70s. You know what I mean? And then the way that they treated him. Yes, he did start off as a sidekick to Captain America. You know what I mean? But then later on in the comics, he did get shine. And there are plenty of Sam Wilson fans. But you've seen the way that they treated Sam Wilson in media. Dude, it sucks. So we just can't accept anything and then just be like, oh, well, you know, well, we got Sam. Okay, what did they do with Sam? They did nothing for Sam to elevate Sam, especially in the last movie. They did nothing. They did him no favors. Anthony Mackie got no favors in that movie. None. They didn't make his story compelling enough for people to go back and watch it. Let's just be honest. So, and then, you know, with T'Challa, people only, the people that's arguing with you, Andre Ware and other people, is that these are the same people who don't buy nothing. They're not going to go buy no books. The reason why he's even on screen, because a lot of people bought the merch. They bought the books. They have a kinship to this character from the books. No different than Tolkien's writings. No different than Harry Potter's writings. No different than anybody. Stephen King. You know, they didn't make Pennywise instead of, oh, I'm going to just make them because David Muschietti is doing Pennywise now. Instead of making him a clown, let's make him a car wash dealer. That has no essence of the character at all. Why was he go from a clown to a car wash dealer, a car wash guy? That would make no sense. So when you say it like that, you know, people are really weird when it comes to this stuff, man. It is really weird. So, I mean, speaking of Pennywise, shout out to Tamika G for her recap of Jack of All Trades, recap of Dairy season 1. We didn't get invited, but it's okay. You know what I mean? I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Mama said he's gonna be all right. All right. Let me see. Miss Roberta, good morning. Keisha Ware, good morning. Yes, it's time to get these biscuits together. Ugh. That's why I don't really engage on Twitter no more. I say what I want to say, steal some videos and keep it going. What's up, Michael Johnson? Good morning. Agent Black. Oh, one. Good morning. Good morning, Tina. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I've been taking so much. I gotta go back to work. I gotta go to work too, so I can't be a walking zombie. So trust me, I got Advil coated flu. I got Theraflu. I got all the It's just gonna have to take its time. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have to take its time. Um, aggressively relaxing. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sharita, what's up? What's up? Good to see you up in here. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, Yellow Z AD, what's going on? What's up? What's up? All right. All right, let's get this thing started. Before we get anything started, let me go ahead and shout out the crew. Let's get this thing going. Let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right, all right, all right. And again, shout out to all other crew members. It's funny. Why did the video look normal? But then if you're looking at me on landscape, my head big as hell. What's going on? Sick of y'all. All right. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Let me start off by saying this. I watched the this is what got me to do this video. I was thinking this morning, my throat sore, tried to get away from some the grifter crowd just for a minute, and I was like, let me because I see Andre Ware's comment and I liked it, and he had like over 500 likes and stuff like that for one of his comments on Twitter. And I was like, and I was just seeing the people, because I think I got tagged, and one of the guys was one of the show writers or for some show. What's up, Y6661? It was a show writer for something. I forgot. Even he was like, "You're wrong about Recast T'Challa." So it's the more and more I read it, the more and more I was like, these people have no idea. They have no idea how important T'Challa is. When the one of the things that people still get wrong about T'Challa is that when we talk about Recast T'Challa, that does not stop what Shuri is doing at all. It doesn't stop Shuri being Black Panther. The problem is she's a Black Panther, not the Black Panther, which I posted on X. So if you're watching this on X, I want y'all to clip this. I want you to clip it. Shuri is a Black Panther, not the Black Panther. The story of T'Challa from the books is a story of a prince who lost his father, and he has to now take over not only as ruler, or if you go back to Fantastic Four number 52 and 53, his first debut in they call it a chieftain, but we know king of Wakanda. Not only is he king, now he has to protect these people, and the level of knowledge that he had to consume, the level of training he had to consume to be the protector. So he had to not only be the most intelligent person in Wakanda, and when you talk about the fictional character in the books is decorated. And people are looking at the movies is the only source for the Black Panther. And it's sad because what I would like for that movie to do is to bring more people back to here, back to the book. The reason why I want them to come back to the book to know more about the character. Do not just take Hollywood's interpretation as law. And a lot of times, all I hear is Hollywood's interpretation when people are talking about T'Challa based on Chadwick's death. Let me say it like this. Based on Chadwick's death, they sold the death of T'Challa to the masses, and people bought it hook, line, and sinker. And they didn't understand that the death of an actor is not the death of a character. Again, I always tell people, did they kill Paul Walker character of Brian O'Connor? Did he die in a fiery car accident, slamming into a tree? No. Then so why would you have the death of the character die not only during COVID but a mysterious death? Why would you do that if you wasn't trying to sell someone on the death? Again, this goes back to when I watched the P. Diddy documentary. And when people were talking about how much money Diddy on here dancing and doing all of this, and he became the star after Biggie died. But he sold his death at $100 a ticket. Whether you like Diddy or not, that's exactly what Diddy did after Biggie died. Or Puffy. It was Puffy to me. But that's what Puff did. Sold it $100 a ticket or more. I'm going to be honest with you. When you look at Erica Kirk, she's selling Charlie's death at $100 or more a pop with merch. That's wrong. So morally wrong. And that's what Marvel and Disney did. And people started to deify the actor and make him synonymous with the character. Now, there was 2 Dumbledores. Both of them have passed on. None of them got deified because guess what? There's going to be another. There was another Dumbledore in, the Fantastic Beasts series that was played by Jude Law. There's going to be another Dumbledore coming into the HBO Harry Potter series. They did not stop Dumbledore. Now, Dumbledore is not a main character like Harry Potter is, right? But he's integral to the plot. He's damn near as important as Harry Potter is in that series because you need Professor Dumbledore to be able to tell the story right. So to be able to tell Secret Wars right, you need T'Challa. To be able to tell the kingdom and the kingship, you need T'Challa, right? So I'm going to switch gears real quick because I was watching Mike Epps, and shout out to Mike Epps for going on. Oh my God, what is? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm put this on everything I love. I do not like this landscape version of what they just did. If you're watching this on landscape, I apologize. That you might not see me on here. I don't know what this thing is doing. Yeah, I don't know what this thing is doing. But I do apologize. But let me switch gears real quick. And I wanted to show this clip from Mike Epps' interview with Shannon Sharp. And again, shout out to Shannon Sharp. Exactly, Dirty Joker. Exactly. Let me show this clip from Mike Epps' interview with Shannon Sharp. And again, shout out to these two brothers. Remember, they kind of had it's if you're watching your phone and you're watching it instead of side. If you're watching this on your phone instead of sideways, you're watching it vertically. But if you're watching this and you're watching this vertically, I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell is going on. But anyway, in this clip I'm getting ready to play, Shannon asks him about gatekeeping in Hollywood, and the reason why I go so hard at Ryan Coogler is not because I don't think he's talented. You know what I mean? I believe he's tried to tell his own story with Black Panther that I didn't particularly care for. Just being honest with you, the portrayal of this character is completely off to me. This is no different than what I feel about Taika Waititi's version of Thor. It was cool for one movie and totally went dead off the damn rails after that. Sorry, it is what it is. It's not that I don't think these guys are talented, that they're not deserving or any of that. I can logically critique them because I am a moviegoer. But here, just listen to this. Shannon Sharp, Mike Epps. This is Club Shay Shay. Let's go.
A gatekeeper.
Hold on.
Hey, who's going to turn down opportunities to work with white people in order to send their kids to college? And
here, hold on.
You
go back.
Sold out. No, you know what though? Quincy Jones said something important. He said, "You got to have something to sell."
Damn. Ain't that the truth?
You can't sell out if you ain't got nothing to sell.
Like, so they're actually talking about what in this particular clip he was asking. Shannon was asking Mike about selling out. What does he think about selling out? I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. You know what I mean? So we can get to the main point. But the point of this is he's going to talk about gatekeeping. Now, that's something that I've criticized because when you don't allow an opportunity, this is what I have a problem and what anti-recasters don't understand. Let me say this again. What anti-recasters don't understand, when you gatekeep the character and you don't allow, because you're so caught up in the deification of the deceased actor, you stop the progress of the character from going forward. And when you have someone like Ryan, who's the writer and the director of this, and he's stopping the character from going forward, it looks like gatekeeping. I don't care how you feel about it. I'm giving you examples of why I believe this. Let's go.
You know what I mean?
I like that.
It's the real talk, because at the end of the day, you know, who's going to turn down opportunity to make money to send their kids to college and have a good life?
Yes.
You know, and I think there's levels of compromising that you have to value. You know, I don't think one should compromise themselves with something that makes them uncomfortable for money.
I agree.
But hey, who's going to turn down opportunities to work with white people in order to send their kids to college and have a good life? I'm not.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I used to have peer pressure around my own people about being racist. I used to be racist about white people and didn't notice it until I was around.
Let me kind of move
people who are the people that are to.
Hold on.
I would need you to help. Because you've been a comedian for 30 years. You've been in Hollywood for damn near as long.
Yeah.
What's a gatekeeper?
A gatekeeper.
And are there such a thing?
Yeah, a gatekeeper is a nigga at the gate that know if you get in there, you might take his job. We talked about this earlier. You might take his job. The people who are the people that are to be might see you and give you better opportunities than the next one.
Right.
And if I'm a guy, black guy, making money for a company who's dishing out a lot of money, and you bring my name up in an office, in a room, and I say, you won't be making money.
Y'all hear that? I'm gonna go back I'm gonna go back. I think it's at the 132 mark. And I'm gonna play it slow. I'm gonna play it at normal speed. So I'm not gatekeeping. Now, what we mean is that, there are people who can stop your progress if they're in those rooms. Right? If they're in those rooms, they can stop you from making money. Listen to what I'm saying. If they're in those rooms, they can stop you from making money. So when you hear, when I heard Ryan say how scared he was or whatever, they might fire me, they might fire me, they might fire me. And he end up being the guy, right? Because the success of Black Panther, right? The success of Black Panther made him the guy. What I feared is he became a gatekeeper, because the guy that he could only see do this part has now passed on. He has an opportunity to give another Black actor a job at the highest prestigious level. Listen to what I'm saying. You can say whatever you want to about Marvel, but I'm not about to have revisionist history and act like Marvel wasn't the place to go to be able to be on top. Chris Evans, you know what I'm saying? Robert Downey Jr. rehabilitated his career over there. A lot of people got on to bigger and better things because of Marvel. Let's not have revisionist history. So when you stop a guy because you're caught up in whatever emotional feelings, no matter if I believe those emotional feelings were, this guy did not divulge to me his condition so I could be able to pivot. You know what I mean? He could be able to pivot. Then all I see is, for me, all I see is a guy just stopping me, and I'm not going to stop now. Now that I'm making this money, now that I can put on my resume how much money did I make. I'm not going to allow nobody to make that mistake again. That's what I see because of just what Mike Epps said. Let me play it back for you. Now I'm playing back at regular speed.
I would need you to tell. Because you've been a comedian for 30 years. You've been in Hollywood for damn near as long.
Yeah.
What's a gatekeeper?
A gatekeeper
and are there such a thing?
Yeah, a gatekeeper is a nigga at the gate that know if you get in there, you might take his job. We talked about this earlier. You might take his job. The people who are the people that are to be might see you and give you better opportunities than the next one.
Right.
And if I'm a guy, Black guy, making money for a company who's dishing out a lot of money, and you bring my name up in an office, in a room, and I say, you won't be making money.
Now, this is Mike Epps, who's been in Hollywood for over 30 years. Like I said, I got friends that work in Hollywood. I lived in LA, tried to go into Hollywood. I'm trying to tell you, it's not what people think. It's not. And a lot of people don't understand that these people have the power to make you or break you. They have the power to make you or break you. Who are these people who's coming into my live? What are you talking about? Robin D. Check a lot of these people who's coming to this live, because I have no idea who these people are. But these people are telling you they have the power. That's just like if you got a job. If you at your job, I don't care if you work at Popeyes. you try to get a job. Your friend work at your friend work at Popeyes, right? Your friend can get you on at Popeyes, right? You need a job, right? But say for instance, you try to get on at Popeyes. Your friend is in a position, but you know that you have more credentials than that person. You become that person's boss. Your friend can get you on, but now, you know what I mean, because of your credentials, you can actually be the boss. You think some of your, and then say for instance, you don't want that friend to be above you. Are you gonna let that person on? Nope. Because you feel like you're above you, especially in the black community. If he's going to go into it, in the black community, we have a crab in the bucket mentality. If I get on, I can put you on, I can put my family on. But if I get to a point where I'm like, man, I don't know about you though. I'm here. I used to get told, I'm trying to tell you, I used to get told all the time because I had people who was doing big things in music. I ain't on yet. I can't put you on, but you can put everybody else on. Just being honest. You can put everybody else on because of the fear. If you do better than me, that leaves me behind. Or you gonna pull me back up, or I'm gonna get left behind. It is that fear because a lot of us in our community want to be the only one. I told you that only one syndrome in Hollywood. Hollywood perpetuates the only one syndrome. And people start acting like that. Let me keep going. Listen more what Mike Epps had to say.
It's just that simple.
You believe they out there?
What? Hell yeah. I'm the guy. I make money.
Mm-hmm.
I make money for your company, and you another black guy. And they bring your name up and they say, what about Shannon Sharp? And you sure you want to deal with that? You're not making no money, Shannon. Until they catch this nigga doing something he ain't got no business doing.
And then they gonna come back.
Yeah, they'll come back. Oh, Shannon.
Yeah.
You hear what he said? Now, y'all looking at it as jokes or whatever. What he's saying is absolutely correct. What he's saying is that if you the guy, I got the power to put you on. Now, all the time I hear black people need to build this, for our own platforms and all on that. The only reason why a lot of times we don't do that because the fear of somebody being better than us and our own community. And instead of relinquishing that or not having that mentality because we're all gonna eat, you want to be the man. You want to be you want to be the woman. You want to be the one that's up here and you looking down on everybody. It's literally the house nigga mentality. When in Django, when they pulled up and Django was riding that horse, what did Samuel L. Jackson's character say? What did he say? What is that nigga doing on that damn nag? What is he doing up there? He don't deserve to be riding that nag with that white man because he did not value himself and he didn't value the other brother that's in the same situation he's in. But he didn't want him to be in a better position than him. That's all it was. They both were slaves, basically. They both is gonna get treated trash, but you better not be better than me. We see this in the hood all the time. Let you start shining in the hood, watch people start hating you. You could be doing better in your own. 2 years on TMZ. 2 years on TMZ. Right? 2 years I was on TMZ. Do you know how much people hated me? And this is my own city. I didn't even have the support in my city. And 2 years I'm on TMZ. I didn't ask for it either. I'm not gonna beg nobody, but I just see how people start acting. And then when they come, when you get in their face, oh, I see what you're doing. I see you on. I see, you know what I'm saying? How'd you do that? How'd you this? How'd you that? But when it comes to my platform, they didn't want to support my platform. This is why I love my magnificent crew and the people that have been holding me down since the beginning. Right? It's because people in my own there's nobody in this chat that knows me personally in Kansas City. Right now in this chat. There are a few. There's nobody in this chat right now that knows me personally in Kansas City. Why? Because these people didn't like the fact what the position that I was getting in. And I didn't ask for it. I was just blessed into a situation. Just blessed into a situation. What's up, Blue? Because they didn't want to, when it came to all these awards and what people were doing around the city, they didn't want to see somebody doing better than them. If that's the case, people wouldn't be hating so bad. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to music and all of that, you start getting on, people will hate you. You start doing better in comedy, people will hate you. And that's all they're explaining. Now, what does this have to do with Recast T'Challa? Let me tell you what it has to do with Recast T'Challa. When you pigeonhole that character and you don't allow another black man to take over that role, you look like the same gatekeepers because you're like, nah, I'll elevate black women before I elevate this black man who is the main character of the story. I would elevate the secondary characters. I'll write them better before anybody. And this is the way that I look at it. When Ryan wrote him off, because he talked about writing the character, he talked about writing the character off in this too. I would highly advise you to watch Club Shay Shay, this interview with Mike Epps. I would highly recommend it because there was a lot of nuggets that you don't understand. Somebody who's not in Hollywood cannot tell me what he's saying is wrong. Again, this is stories I've already heard before. But in Hollywood, he was talking about, when he went to another show, I think he went to go do Uncle Buck. And he was on another show, and what they did was they wrote him off the show. And when they write him off the show, they said, we got to kill your character and write him off the show. And it's not Disney. It's not Disney. It's not Disney. I've shown plenty of videos where Ryan and Nate Moore made the decisions. When Kevin Feige and Marvel and Disney came to Ryan Coogler and say, you don't have to do this. They chose to do it anyway. Now, I'm not giving none just because they black, I'm not giving them a pass. There's too much information that's out there that they have said, Nate Moore, this is the story we wanted to tell. So if we wanted to kill off the character, damn, I don't care what you say. This is a story we wanted to tell out of Nate Moore's mouth. Ryan Coogler's the writer of this story. He's the director of this story. I'm not giving them no passes because, again, when you're telling me, when you have an interview and you're telling people that you were scared that they were going to fire you, and Chadwick, you're saying Chadwick had to calm me down, saying I got you, then that fear will manifest into I'm never going to let nobody do me like that again when it comes to these major franchises. If the guy couldn't tell him that he was sick, then how much did he really know this dude? I'm sorry. Let's get the facts out. I would say this to Ryan Coogler, my damn self, because I'm curious. How did you not know? How did you write this role? You give it to him. You didn't realize this guy was sick. And even if he told you, yeah, you know what I mean? I am sick. I'm going to work this thing out or whatever. He passed. Why didn't you have a caveat within your script to say, if this was to happen, if we lose Chadwick, this is where I can pivot at. You tell the people at Marvel Studios, hey, this might happen, but this might not happen. Nate Moore, how do y'all not know that if this is the star? But yet, y'all going on every tour, everything, and you're telling people this is what it is. That he was just this, I'm not saying he wasn't a great guy, whatever. I'm not saying that. Not saying that at all. That's ridiculous. That they didn't build a connection in the bond. But how strong was that bond where they didn't tell you right? When he didn't reveal that he was sick. How much did you really know the guy that he couldn't? How much is he was really your guy where he couldn't tell you that he was sick? So, admins, kick these people off. My admins, kick these people, kick these folks up out of here. Matter of fact, never mind. People are doing too much. Because I think Gray's not in here, so it's just Robin D. But the people doing too much. But what I'm saying is that it sounds like gatekeeping. That's all it is. It sounds like gatekeeping. And what people don't understand about Recast T'Challa is that William Hurt died of cancer. They got Harrison Ford to replace him. Is William Hurt's character of Thunderbolt Ross, is he more important than the King of Wakanda? And if you know anything about the source material, you'd be like, hell to the no. So why would that stop anyone? Why would they stop the progression of a black character? Why would Ryan and Nate be complicit in that? That's what I'm sorry. Nobody wants to ask that question. Nobody wants to ask that question. You can sell me on that, but asking a hard ass question as a journalist, as anything, as a critic, why would you ask the hard questions? And to answer that question, if they're trying to show Chadwick respect, then they would have recast the character. Where's William Hurt's respect? Where's the respect for William Hurt? You literally have a video in an interview where Nate Moore, who's the executive director of the Black Panther franchise, who is also the executive director of Captain America Brave New World, getting giddy about bringing on Harrison Ford to take over for William Hurt, who died of cancer. Where's his respect at? And William Hurt has been acting damn near double the time that Chadwick Boseman has, as far as in Hollywood. Where's his respect at? Again, Brian O'Connor is a character, right, in the Fast and the Furious franchise. That's the character. But Paul Walker was the guy. And what you did not see is them kill that character in a wreck in a tree with his best friend. It's what you did not see in that movie. So why in the hell would you do that to Chadwick Boseman if you wasn't selling his death as a selling point for your franchise? I'm sorry, I don't respect the giggling and the laughing and the kikiing and the elbow rubbing from a lot of these people that want to be in these rooms and talk to these people. It's just, but again, I get it because that's the job you got to do. But why not ask the hard questions? Or if you're afraid of not getting on that red carpet when the next Black Panther franchise comes on or something like that. You know, why nobody from New Rockstars has said anything like that? Why has anybody from IGN asked that hard question? Because for one, they didn't care about these. Let me tell y'all, anti-recasters, they didn't care about these characters. No way. They didn't care about Marvel. Disney did not care about the Black Panther franchise. They didn't think it was going to make any money. Period. They didn't think black people was going to show up for this franchise. They did not care. That's why Pete Nyong'o does an interview and talking about how there's going to walk on eggshells because of this movie. You know what I mean? They're just going to walk on eggshells. So when the movie comes out and it does gangbusters, then what? They still didn't care about the character. Guy asked for more money, and guess what happened? They was going to write off his character. This is stuff I've talked about. If you're new to this is something that you go back to my archives. I've been talking about this for the last few years now. What's up, Rashad Walker? What's up, Pam? Hold on. Must just show something. See if I can pull this up. Again, is it disrespectful since people say they're trying to respect Chadwick? Well, I got one. Hold on. You all see him on YouTube? I got him. I got him. All right. So I just want to show when people talk about disrespect, respecting the character, right? They're talking about disrespecting the character. You know, this is disrespect. I'm going to share this screen. Now, Michael Gambon was the first actor to play Albus Dumbledore in the Harry Potter franchise, right? I think he passed after 3, after The Prisoner of Azkaban. Then they give Richard Harris for it's The Goblet of Fire. I believe that's the way it went. Did they disrespect Michael when they hired Richard Harris to be the character? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. He died literally after filming the character, and then Richard takes over. There is that disrespect. I'm just asking, since we're just respecting the character, did that disrespect the character? Or disrespect the actor? He died. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. So when a lot of people start, and then let's be real, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna wrap this up. Nate Moore and Ryan made it easy. Made it easy for them not to have the main character on screen. If you didn't believe in Harry Potter, if you didn't believe in Black Panther before this, you damn sure not gonna believe in him now. Now that the actor's gone, not gonna believe in him. Not gonna believe in the character. Why should I believe in this character now? And even though, yes, he brought me a lot of money, I didn't want the character in the first place. And now that the actor's dead, he's not asking for more money. I could just get the secondary character to be him. That's it. I can just get this. I can just get somebody else to be this character. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God, what is this? Hold on. Oh my God, get this crap off of my screen. Now you're asking, why is Boom Buzz Nigeria reporting on Chadwick Boseman may be replaced? It's for all you newbies. Who is Boom? I have never heard of Boom Buzz Nigeria. Why are they having this story about Chadwick Boseman may be replaced as Black Panther? Which this story came out. They shared this story. I believe it's via Google, but oh my God, this is so website is trash. Get off my screen. Oh, I done lost my stuff. Oh, there we go. Let me read this one more time for you newbies. American actor Chadwick Boseman's reign as Black Panther could be coming to an end. The actor who made his debut as Wakandan superhero is reportedly on the verge of losing his role over a pay dispute. Apparently, the actor was not happy with Marvel and wants a pay raise, but the studio won't budge and instead has already had a backup plan to put another Marvel character as the primary Black hero in the MCU. The studio reportedly wants Namor to replace Black Panther as their premier Black hero, with Atlantis being made up of sub-Saharians who integrated with the original Atlanteans, leading to more weight to Killmonger's favorite epithet. While some of the Marvel stars, particularly the original Avengers actors such as Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, and Chris Hemsworth are known to have scored big paychecks following their big success of the franchise, the studio wouldn't hesitate to recast a role if an issue came up with an actor. See, they don't have no problem with it, with replacing you if you ask for more money. But then when you start talking about, oh, they wanted to honor Chadwick, how? How they honor him and they didn't pay for it? They didn't pay him. They didn't want to pay him. If you the way you want to honor somebody is you pay him. And this came out November 21st, 2020. This is during the pandemic. Now, listen to this. A similar situation previously happened to Terrence Howard, who was replaced by Don Cheadle as James Rose in Iron Man 2 and subsequent movies after Howard demanded a big pay raise. After being introduced as T'Challa in 2016's Captain America Civil War, Boseman led the cast of the first solo Black Panther movie 2018. He later reprised the role in Avengers Infinity War which was released the same year in 2019's Avengers Endgame. Back in 2019, the Marshall star expressed his hope for a Black Panther sequel. I think, hopefully we can maintain the foundation that we sort of set and build upon that and expand upon and explore it. That's what I hope we share. But I think first you have to maintain the foundation. We built a culture in a world, so you have to make sure that is kept in place. Now, again, hold on, I'm going to check my bookmark real quick because I have the other one. And let me see this, because I think this one tells you where they got this information from. This is, again, April 21st. This is from Google News. If you see it at the bottom here. From Google News. Same story. So I'm just saying. Just saying. Now, you guys who don't understand how Hollywood works, this is still Hollywood. This is still Hollywood. This is still the same. This is a business. I don't know where this deifying people who got a job. Ask yourself this: do they deify you when you go to your job? Do they treat you like you're the world's greatest person? Trust me, you get hurt at your job right now, or you ask for some more money, you ask for a raise, they'll replace your ass in a heartbeat. Because it's a business. At the end of the day, this is business. All the stuff that we're Chadwick Boseman walked on water, he fed the multitude, or whatever. If he did all of that, why didn't they pay him? If he did all of that, why didn't they pay him? The way to show me that you care about me is to pay me, or pay me no, never mind. So all of a sudden now, Chadwick was above getting a pay raise. Again, Chris Evans got a pay raise. Robert Downey Jr. got a pay raise. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, the reason why Terrence asked for a pay raise in the first place is because, for one, he helped pay the bond for Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man 1. Plus, at the time, he was a bigger star. So, y'all, all of this, regurgitating what the studio said, the studio literally, just think about this. The studios literally were trying to lowball writers, creators, and all of that, and they went on strike. Do you think they care about you? Do you think they care about the actors? The actors wouldn't have went on strike if they actually cared about the people who's part of this creative process, and wouldn't have shut down Hollywood for damn near over a year or however long that the last strike went. Or the writer's strike, trying to replace the writers with AI. Oh, we just making stuff up. No. Hero culture, is it really a replacement if he's dead? We're talking about a fictional character in a fictional universe. We're talking about a fictional character in a fictional universe. All of the I call it cute play calling, when you on the 1 yard line. All you got to do is dive 4 times. All you got to do is put your running back in a position, go up the middle 4 times. Nah, I want to pass the ball and get it intercepted for a touchdown and lose the game, because I'm unwilling to listen to logic. The logical thing was, don't kill the character. If you didn't want to put him in Wakanda Forever, you are the writer of this story. You're telling me you could have wrote anything else. You could have wrote the story during you could have wrote the story during the blip. I just went back and watched the Marvels. And one thing that I did not like about the Marvels, they brought up Monica losing her mother during the blip. And instead of having that emotional strength, that emotional hold to be able to pour out those emotions and how much that she was mad that her Auntie Carol wasn't there, and that she realized her Auntie Carol was there, she just didn't realize it because it happened during the blip. It would have had a lot of emotional weight. It would have actually brought you more closer to why this character did not want to talk to her auntie. You could have told a story where you could have still had the same pain, the same loss, and all of that, and recast the character for the third one. Recast. As a matter of fact, after Black Panther was kind of forever, and the reason why you could do that, you ain't seen fucking Shuri since then. Sorry, Miss Roberta, but you ain't seen. Where has Shuri been? Where's it Baku? You had a whole secret invasion with one of the characters that was in the Black Panther franchise turned out to be a Skrull, and where was the Wakandans? But they can show up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier? Like, think. You're telling me the creative process just stops at baby daddy. I wanted him to be a baby daddy. I wanted him to be an illegitimate father. I now have created a child that don't have a daddy again. That was already T'Challa's story. Now you're going to rehash it again? And he doesn't even live in Wakanda? That's okay. There's no other creative juices that you could have made. Think, people. This is a fictional universe. And you bring a real world situation to a fictional universe that you don't have to. Because I believe he was gatekeeping. Period. I don't care if I ever get an interview with anybody. I don't care. I'm going to say my piece. Because that's what it looks like. I could be dead ass wrong, but you got to give me the evidence to tell me that I'm not. You literally had in this fictional universe, Moon Knight going to the afterlife after dying. The hippo god has got him to where he could get out and live. You can't do that with bots. You can't do that, you can't do the story, the King of the Dead storyline. But yet, this is a person who dead sure told me that he read these comics. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. No, because it don't add up. It stinks. It stinks. And I think somebody stepped in some doo-doo. Because there's no way you could tell me that without the evidence that backs it up. Stop. But Hero Culture, thank you for that $2 super chat. Let me go ahead and hook you up. Because y'all done got me right. Y'all done got me riled up.
Taste the biscuit.
Thank you.
Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
And again, I'm not saying that Ryan is not a talented person. Not saying that. I'm not excusing Hollywood and the way Hollywood moves. I'm not dismissing the way gatekeeping works. I'm not dismissing. There's too much evidence just to dismiss that. It's too much to dismiss. Sorry. And Hero Coach, you said I was referring to the actor, not the character. So Chadwick Boseman, let me check. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna just Google something real quick. Just want to Google something real quick. Hold on. Cause I gotta look something up. Cause maybe I'm tripping. Hold on real quick. Hold on, just right quick. I'm gonna have to. Hold on, I'm about to share my screen. Just about to share my screen just real quick. Because this is going to ask you a question. So you're telling me all these beautiful black melanated people that's on here, Chadwick Boseman was the only black male actor. Excuse me. All these beautiful black melanated people, and Chadwick Boseman was the only actor in Hollywood, only black actor in Hollywood. Let me ask that question again. All these beautifully black melanated male characters that could have been elevated. If somebody wasn't gatekeeping the character, you don't cancel the character. You don't kill the character off. Some of these beautiful melanated people can be on their next wave to being a big Hollywood star, and you're telling me Chadwick Boseman was the only one. I mean, there's actors that's coming to Hollywood every day, B. You're telling me there's these beautifully melanated people, nobody can take over the role. Just showing you black actors. What's up, Rico? You tell me these black male actors, there's nobody who could have took over that role and elevated their career. So then that tells me what I really needed to know. If we can't see, these beautifully black melanated men that could be stars in Hollywood, why do we think the white executives at Marvel and Disney, why do you think that they should invest in it when we don't even see the next star that we could be able to build up either?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Just saying. If we can't see it, how can they? That's the question. If we keep gatekeeping these characters, if we continue to gatekeep these characters because we're trying to deify an actor who went to a job, yes. Did he do a lot? Yes. Did he talk to children? You know what I'm saying? Tom Holland goes to talk to children as Spider-Man, and I guarantee you if something happened to Tom Holland right now, they'll go get another white actor. Timothy Chalamet will be Chalamet, whatever his name is, will be Spider-Man next. But when it came to T'Challa, y'all want to gatekeep. Stop playing. You literally watched a movie with 3 Spider-Man, but you can tell me you just only one T'Challa, and that was Chadwick, and you bought the product, hook, line, and sinker that they sold you. And that product was Chadwick Boseman just he transcended any iteration of the character. That means he transcended the character that came out in the books. He transcended what Jack Kirby and Stan Lee did. When Jack Kirby was talking about, I had black friends that was actually reading my comics, but I had no superhero for them. So me and Stan got together and created one just for them. He transcended that. Are you kidding me right now? And y'all bought that? And if you could buy that, what else are you buying? Hero Culture, thank you so very much for the $5 super chat. To clarify my point since I think we got mixed up, is really replacement if the actor dies and they recast. I just want to see T'Challa again. That's the point. Dumbledore dies to replace the actor. The actor dies playing Dumbledore to replace the actor. Hell, Brian O'Connor, Paul Walker dies. They use his brother as a stand-in for him. And then now his brother is supposed to come back in the last movie. Brian O'Connor never dies. Why is it the black guy? That's it. Why is it the black guy? Why are we having this? Why is this still so much of a discord when it comes to the black guy? All the melanated people who's looking for jobs in Hollywood, taking whitewash characters and all of that. There's a perfectly black original character sitting right there, and they're just supposed to get crumbs. It doesn't make sense to me. But I thank you so very much again for the super chat.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
You wanna be my enemy.
See, my attitude towards this is too aggressive. So a lot of people would not talk to me on this platform about that because it might sound like an argument. But the argument is we need T'Challa back on screen. I don't understand I'm not saying you're not. I'm making points not to you, It's not to you. I'm making points to the people who don't understand. Not to you, brother, not to you. It's for the people who don't understand the concept, who don't understand how Hollywood works, who don't understand the gatekeeping that we do to ourselves in Hollywood. That's what I'm talking about. And again, when you stop the progression of a character, you kill the character entirely. That's why people are arguing, oh, you just don't want, and then they make up their own scenarios and their own narratives. Oh, you just don't want to see a black woman be Black Panther. She was Black Panther in the comics. Yeah, a Black Panther. This is the Black Panther. T'Challa. What does that say? Does it say the secret origins of Shuri? Does it say the secret origins of T'Chaka? Does it say the secret origins of Azuri? Does it say the secret origins of anybody else? What does it say? The secret origins of T'Challa, the Black Panther. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on, Skip. Come on, man. That's the problem. But again, none of these people are going to pick up a book anyway because they don't care. They care about arguing with you. They don't care. Because if they cared, they will understand that it's about him. Not a bastard son, the son of T'Chaka. Not his sister, who was created in 2005, but T'Challa. Not Killmonger, T'Challa. Yeah, the hell with Ryan. I don't care. I'm the consumer. Let me tell you this. If Scotch tape don't work, do you think I'm still buying Scotch tape? If the Scotch tape don't work, just because he's a creator, I'm still the consumer. You're selling me a product. I don't go to McDonald's and eat the product because I know what the product does to my body. So why would I go and do that? You keep trying to sell me on a product that's not working. Yes, the hell what he's talking about. Because it's not the character. Why would I continue to fund something when it's not, it's totally not what it is? They did this. Nobody cared. Nobody cared about Fantastic Four. The one that came out with Michael B. Jordan. Why? Because that was totally against the character. And what did people do? They showed out with their dollars because they said, I'm not watching that mess. So why would I invest in that? Why would I do that? Nobody cared. Nobody said anything about the writer or director of Fan Four Stick. So why can't I say the same thing about, I don't give a damn how well Sinners did. Great. But when it comes to the product, he's beyond reproach. He's beyond criticism. Damn that. Y'all got to stop DFI. I don't give a damn if he black, white, green, or orange. Damn that. Criticizing the product is criticizing the product. And right now, the product is in shit. That's what it's in. Or I wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Y'all got to stop buying it just because. And actually demand excellence from we can't talk about black excellence and just allow things just to happen and be like, well, just a black character's on screen. Whoop-de-doo. I'm just cool for somebody being there. Why? When you deserve to be there, when you supposed to be there, why you just get anything, huh? Let me just get you a turd burglar. I mean, look, you don't need meat. Here, have a turd with some on some bread. Because you're just accepting anything, you might as well eat that too. Come on, people. Come on. Stop. We got to stop accepting. We can't talk about black excellence and all of this and all of that and just accept any damn thing and not have that same energy for that excellence. That means everything got to be excellent, not just be happy that we on screen. We're supposed to be there. We are American citizens too. We're not secondary citizens. We're not asking for a damn handout. We're supposed to be there. Act like you're supposed to be there. We got to stop that. Act like you're supposed to be there, not just happy to be there. Come on, people. And because the reason why I'm so passionate, because this is my craft. Acting, directing, right? This is something I've been doing since high school. This is my passion. This is what I left Kansas City and moved to LA for. But I'd be damned did I just accept anything just to be happy. You won't get my money. You won't get it. I'll create my own thing before I allow Hollywood just to sell me whatever. And that's the mentality y'all got to have. This ain't the black exploitation movement. So no, hell no. Especially when I've been paying my money to be able to buy all these comics, read about this character, and fall in love with this character. And Torian, you know I got to cover this on the channel, so I'm going to watch it to see what they do. But just like Wakanda Forever, once I realized what it was, why would I want to continue to spend my money? And I buy more. See, that's the thing. I actually buy products. I got all 3 Deadpool movies and the Christmas version of it. Why? Because that's my character. So I love that character. I did the same thing with Black Panther. But I didn't buy Black Panther Wakanda Forever because look what they're selling me. I'm not just accepting that. I bought Sinners because I believed in the product. But damn, well, I need that same energy, big dog, for Black Panther. That's it. That's all. But let me go ahead and wrap this up, man. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Mac Show. What did you guys think about this conversation? Put it in the comment section below and let me know what you guys think. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Where's my outro at? So I got to get up out of here because you already know I got to go.
Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over?
What?
Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.